Hopefully it's the right one. All right, Nathan, you should be able to share, buddy.
Okay. Let's see. Maybe start. No, it's not start video.
Does it say share screen anywhere at the bottom?
No. Oh, share screen. Yeah, it does.
Perfect. How was everyone's week anyway? What did you guys think of this week's PA? I know there was a couple of pretty shoddy days that chopped a lot of people up, including myself. There was a couple of days where I think there was 2 days where it was like the fourth try till I got a trade to go, but the other 3 days were really good for me. All right, so I'm really hoping we're recording the right screen. So we'll find out.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. I think it is. There's like a little red dot here on the top of the screen, so it should be grand.
All right. Cool. So you go ahead and do your thing, Nathan, and yeah, I'm just gonna watch you communicate, and if I see something, I'll say something. And yeah, this is rather exciting, actually.
Awesome. All right. So I'll just start with last week's price action. As you can see, we'll go to the daily, check out where we are. I'll mark up a few zones and then start from there. So straight up, mark out some lows and highs. So we have, let's see, let's get the daily out. I'll make this a little bit smaller. Should have had this kind of preset. Just purple. Okay. So on the daily, we became confirmed bullish around this area here. So can we look here? High, low, and high. Okay, so we became bullish on the daily. On the 4 hour, we also broke a 4 hour high, this high over here. I'll just mark that up as well. I don't want to take too much time marking things up, but so we can get the gist of things. Make this one away. Awesome. All right. We made a new high and then we actually broke it, so we became unconfirmed bearish. We happened to break this low. We tried to break it with a candle. We got a wick, but in the end, actually got a candle body close underneath it. So we became unconfirmed bearish. We took a bunch of liquidity from underneath, which was kind of expected at some point. It was like just kind of bugging us this whole entire time, especially when we became bullish. It was just sitting there. I think it was news that actually pushed all of this in. So starting with the 4 hour, we know we're unconfirmed bearish. We can see that the trend is order flow is really pushing down. There's no intention so far of it wanting to turn around whatsoever. So I'll just mark up a few 4 hour zones from what we can see. We can see we have some reactions here off some, maybe some sell to buy wicks here on the left side. So it's 4 hour demand. We also have, I can see looks like we have a little doji down here too. Might have been mitigated just yet. Also, we have an extreme down here. Also another doji. So dojis are like my favorite zones to trade from because we know it's like a range on a lower time frame. So we do sometimes get reactions off them. Kind of look more to the left as well to see if we have any other unmitigated zones that we may tap into. Good thing about 4 hour is we do look for chalks in the 15, but it's good to see if we can get maybe like a reversal off a 4 hour demand. So like a higher time frame mitigation. So I'll just mark these out too in case we get some sort of reaction. So let's see, we got one more maybe down here. I'm not a professional at this trading view at the moment, but it's getting there.
You're doing fine, man. Actually, I really like your subtle chart colors. Some people's charts, when I look at them, they give me anxiety.
Oh, the red and green ones are just, God, it kills me. All right, so we got a few zones marked up just to see if we can get any reactions, any reversals. I always find myself trying to get, like the edges and the reversal points all the time, but I'm trying to actually try to trade with order flow rather than always trying to get the reversal, but we'll see what happens anyway. So let's see, the last kind of 4-hour supply zone we have is here. We'll mark this zone up because this zone was able to take out the low. So it's quite an important zone. It also swept liquidity as well. Let's take a look down here. That's all we kind of have at the moment.
And then we just to interrupt you quickly, something I always look at too is like the size of the candles that are printing. So if you look at this big candle, that's showing us a lot of bearish momentum too. And always pay attention to your candle sizes. Either the candles will be bigger going to one direction, or there will be really big wicks, in which case you want to trade away from the sweep as well. So just always pay attention to that stuff. And yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, so that's what I got in the 4 hours. We got a few 4-hour demand zones. We've got some supply zones up here, and we'll just start from here and see what happens. So let's get down to the 15, see what's going on. So we're starting at 8 o'clock in the morning, my time. So that's UK time, GMT. And see if we can get some trades off here. So already we can see that we had, now I mark structure slightly different. When it comes to like swing points, I take in about 10 pips, but I like to see a candle close over the previous candle as well as at least a 10 pip pullback. So for me here, it looks like if I was to measure this, this didn't close on top of this high, but we can say that we still have some sort of maybe a flip zone here, which has been mitigated. We got a reaction a couple of times of something here below, managed to break through and mitigate as well already. So let's start from here and see where price brings us. So let's take a little look. So see prices coming back here. So it looks like we're ranging. So it's 8 o'clock in the morning now. Frankfurt Open already happened at 7. And usually you get some big moves at Frankfurt Opens too. So I don't tend to trade them because I get a lot of fake chalks in there. I kind of wait till about 8 o'clock until the actual UK Open. And then I'm on the charts looking for trades. So see, it's kind of ranging now. It's kind of building some liquidity on top as well. Looks like we're getting a reaction. And instantly, okay, so this is what I see now. It looks like we're after taking, we have a low here. Has been broken from this wick. However, this candle did break a low. So it looks like we may have something in this wick, or should I say this doji, because we broke this low. We can see as well that the pullback is probably greater than 10 pips as well, which is what we want to see. We can check it out now, see what happens with price. Let me see. So we have something in this wick. Maybe we have something in this candle as well. Yeah, so we considerably broke the low with this full body candle. So it could be a good idea actually to mark the last sell. That was buy to sell candle. Probably be a little bit more reasonable. Oh God, and we had this huge drop. All right, lovely. Okay, let's see where price brings us now anyway. Okay, so we made a new low. We've pulled back. Okay, so this looks pretty good to me as well. So let's take a look. Let's mark the low on this. And we have a high as well. And this is the candle here that broke it. So
something I was gonna say here too, if you guys ever see like stuff like this, like wicks gradually getting lower and lower, but they're not making any highs, sometimes that can be clues to the market reaching. So if they're consecutively reaching one way or the other, and then you don't see any wicks reaching the other way, that can give you clues as to what's to come. One of the members messaged me this about half an hour asking what reaching candles are. I don't know if he's on this call or not, but this is a prime example of reaching candles.
Awesome. Okay, so what do I see here now? So we have a low, we have a high. The low was taken with this candle here. If I was to mark up a new supply zone, I would be looking at this candle right here. Also looking at this, supply zone, we can say that the supply zone also liquidated before momentum came in. A few other questions we can ask: did it break structure? Did it broke swing structure? Is it a flip or chalk zone? Probably a flip zone, because we are getting reaction after reaction after reaction, and we got the momentum down. So most likely reacting to something over on the left side. Yeah, we've just tapped into a 4-hour too. So we'll see what happens with this. For me, I kind of follow a really strict trading plan. So one of the first things I look for is, like, I like to see a bit of liquidity or a bit of inducement before my POI if I'm going to take a trade. So if I see it, then that would be great. So, okay, so let's see. We tap into the POI. So far, we have swept the highs. Okay. So for me at the moment, I would be looking for like some sort of inducement, sort of some liquidity to be swept, because we did come up quite aggressively as well into the POI. Awesome. Okay, well, there's your first chalk. I guess the highs here were taken. We could say this low was taken. It looks like we do have maybe some sort of reaction from this demand inside here. For me specifically, I wouldn't trade this because I like to see, like I was saying, maybe some inducement before. But if anyone wants me to take the trade, feel free to draw on the screen. I don't mind to draw it up if you guys would like. Anyone like to? No?
Put that gang box on it so we see if he get taps in, please.
Up here?
Yes, right there by that. Yeah, by that reaction you say you got. Yeah.
This one.
Yeah, that
awesome.
one. Yes, please. Thank you.
We could say we swept the highs here. Awesome. Swept the highs. Boom, swept the lows. So we've got a chalk on the 1 minute.
I'm sorry, bro. I don't know how to draw on the screen, man.
No worries, bro. No worries. So for me, if I'm going to trade anything, I'd like to see inducement. So what I kind of be looking for as well would be something like maybe something that makes it a high. Maybe we get another low, maybe another high, and something that will induce retail traders to kind of enter this trade. This for me is kind of like actually perfect inducement because I didn't have any liquidity beforehand. We had a high, another high, made another high, and we actually broke the low. So I can imagine that this could be used as inducement as well. Something I really like to look for a trade later on, but we'll give this a try just in case it actually goes. So
yes, sir.
Let's see. So maybe we can get maybe 2.5 pip stop loss. Let's see if it tags us in here at 25%. Okay, it does. Awesome. And recently I've been taking those five more TPs. So let's give it a wee go and see what happens. So it goes on here. What this price wanted to. Okay, so we get okay, so we're back into the POI. So this is something I kind of like to trade just because of the inducement. So now that we've kind of induced some people to come in, thinking that this was maybe a support, we've got some orders maybe resting here. Now we've come in to sweep this. So I might look for a trade now. So here, let's see, we've swept the high, swept it again. We can get a sweep of these lows. We'll just look to the left. It looks like we have some equal highs over here as well. So you can see what price wants to do. Looks like it's building a bunch of liquidity as well. So let's see, did this high take out anything?
It looked like you wicked above it.
Just wicked above it ever so slightly, eh?
Yeah, just slightly.
That's lovely. Looking over there to the left as well. So we've taken liquidity from the left too.
Yeah.
So that's a big sign. So I like that already. So we've got inducement. We swept liquidity. We've also taken some of the highs here too. It's not a crazy sweep, but it is a sweep, right? Even though if it's only 0.01
Yeah.
of it, still something. So let's see if we can get something out of this. Okay, there's some momentum right there. Awesome. So straight up, we've swept the highs. We'll take the highs from over here. Swept the highs. Where are we going? Sweep one. And then
Oh,
we'll
you annotate.
those. Maybe we could say we even swept this high too. So we could say we swept the lows as well over here. Everyone draws chalk, I guess, in a different way too. So
Yeah.
feel free. Reaction of demand. So we can see that we got some sort of reaction maybe around this point. It could be reacting to something maybe over here in this wick, I guess. Yeah, and definitely going to throw an order on this high over here and see what happens. So I guess 1 point, maybe I guess 1.5 we could do, right? Just a
Yeah,
couple of those.
1.5. Look pretty reasonable.
Awesome. So yeah, so let's see what happens. Let's see if we can get some. Awesome. All right, talk straight in. Next thing I see here is that we have some sell side liquidity here to the left, which is great. So all of that's there to take. Let's see, if I look over to the left as well, it looks like we have maybe an unmitigated 1 minute demand over here as well. This is unmitigated too, so we might get a reaction off it. So we can pull down to 5, or if that's, you know, you're taking the 5 or TPs. I found myself bringing my stop loss down to 5 or into profit and then trailing it after that. That way I've locked in the 5 or, as Rob says, you know, take the 5 or, keeps you profitable, and then just kind of trailing it on the way down after every break of structure. So I found that's working for me really, really well.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, man.
So when you got tagged in, would you look back on the 15-minute, or you would just watch there right there in the 1 minute?
I kind of flick over and back, yeah. So if I'm
Okay,
on,
okay.
I'm
Yeah,
flicking
that's
over
what
and back.
So
Yeah.
you got enter. Okay.
So we've entered. So the best thing I could say here is that, look, this high is a strong high.
Strong
Why?
high.
We took this
Because it
low.
took, yeah, it did its job to do it that low. So would you say that the wick on the lowest end would be weak, right? You would say that's weak, or not
For
yet?
sure. Yeah. This low is definitely weak. Why? Because we didn't take the high, you know?
Okay, I
Oh,
got
it's
you.
definitely weak.
Yeah.
I got you.
So let's see what happens here. So watch out on the left here for this one minute demand, just to see if we get any reaction off it.
Yes.
Break straight through it.
We blew through it.
Go through it again. Awesome. Okay. So if you had have taken your 5 or trailed your stop or whatever your risk, you know, your trade management plan is, then, you know, there's a hefty, you know, 18 or there, depending on how you manage. So that's pretty
one last
awesome.
question.
Hmm.
One last question. Could you zoom up under the 1 minute chalk?
Yeah.
Zoom up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You see that? You see where you have the doji, that the start of the chalk where you draw the trend line at the doji, that demand that went and wicked in towards it. Go lower to your
So
left, right here. Keep following the price going up. The next, the demand zone right there. You passed it right there.
Yeah, this one
When
here.
when that wicked into that, wouldn't you call that like the demand that failed first, or no? Or because that one didn't take the high above that one?
For me, it would have to take the high with the body close.
Yes. Okay. So
know?
because it didn't take the high, you would consider that one.
Exactly.
Okay, I got you.
Yes, I like
the
body close.
Everyone draws chalks difference too, right?
Yeah.
Like for me, this is the chalk here because that put in the last high that swept it. And for me, this wick would be the order. But
that's what I was thinking. That's what I was looking at first.
The good thing about Euro is it usually gives you another opportunity to get in. Sometimes even 2 or 3.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so that's the way we trade. So let's see what happens on the 15. So looking at the 15, take a look at this low. So we didn't manage to close below this low. We kind of just wicked it at the moment.
Okay.
Right, which is not great. So let's play the next 15-minute candle. See what we get. Right. So it looks like this is probably coming all the way back to the zone 2. But that's a bit random there, that spacey.
Oh, I see that happen a lot on FXCM though. It always does that stuff.
Because yeah, I tried using Owanda, but it just didn't match up with my broker's chart.
Retail broker. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So we can see what's happening now. So let's just move this aside a little bit. So prices come back into the POI, and we have a bunch of liquidity lying up here. We still have, you know, equal highs,
yes,
relatively equal highs, right? Which can be viewed as support here. So there could be, resistance, which could be used as liquidity.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, for sure.
Which, at what point would you say that POI is now no longer valid and you would just kind of forget about that POI?
Well, I'd look for at least, a 15-minute body close outside of the POI, because we don't know how long the POI is going to last. It did do a few things for us, like it broke structure. It broke structure. We think it could also maybe even be a flip zone. Let's take a look if there was reactions. There was a bunch of reactions, and this is reacting to something on the left. We've had inducement beforehand, which we've taken. You know, there was momentum as well. The only thing is it well priced? We're so low on the leg, it's hard to know if it's well priced. But maybe if you use the 15-minute, premium and discount tool, that's what I use. I measure on the 1 hour and the 15-minute. We are in premium still of the 15-minute leg, so it's totally up to you how you would price that. So,
do you want to zoom in on the 1 minute too, Nathan? When you go back, I'm just curious if that wick below.
Hey, Nathan.
So right here, did this break? Is that lower?
Yeah, that's like a close right there.
That is lower. Short that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is lower. Yeah, so we swept the highs.
Short that.
Awesome. All right. So okay, let's go for it. Let's give it a try. So we get
short from that bad boy there. There wasn't really a reaction point.
Yep. Just move this over to this. Yeah, so there's no reaction really point here, isn't there? So we'll take it from the 25, I guess, right? And give it a 2-pip stop loss.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what happens. All right, tagged in instantly.
Engulfment.
So right here, you have another reaction point. If you didn't catch this is where I was saying Euro's usually quite good. And then you could say what took out the reaction point be something in here, right? Obviously, you wouldn't take both, but if you didn't catch the one we're in.
Oh, so it's not good to take both, right?
I wouldn't. I mean, if you have another trade down here and this one is risk off and whatever, if you trail your stops or whatever, and you want to get into another one for sure, but lock in some profits and don't have risk on both positions.
One more question I have. So what if, let's say for instance, you trade in like a 0.3%, right? And say for instance, for example, that's $600, but you split that into 3, so you're gonna risk $200 per trade. Would you say you could take like 3 different position risk in that 200, like re-entries, or no? Or you would do that?
So for myself, let's just use a really easy number. Let's say I use 1% risk. That's what I run on my own cash account. If I wanna take a position here, and I'm gonna take a position here, and I'm gonna take a position here. If I don't have risk off the first, and I'm taking this, this would likely be 0.5. The next would likely be 0.5. So yeah, I'm taking multiple positions, but I've lowered my risk.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You cut the risk in like 3.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So if you lose it, if you lose all 3, you're not going to lose 3%.
3% is the same one.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
That's what
it's always about however you want to do it. Just manage your risk. But like I'm all about second positions, and like sometimes you guys will see me take two at once. What you don't know is I take half the risk, so it's not as
Yeah.
good as it looks, but it makes me feel way cooler when the numbers are bigger.
Because that's what I came to for myself. Is like I'm risking, like say for instance for the day I'm only risking $600 for the day, but I would like to take 3 trades. I would split that down 3 ways. So it's going to still work out to be like that $600.
Yeah, however you want to
Yeah.
do it. Like I'll be making a video later today for the group, and something I want to talk about. Again, I'm going to be pushing the power of 5R. I'm going to show you guys a couple different scenarios in the video too. We're going to show 5R hard TPs, and then we're going to show taking partials every 5R, and then you can kind of decide. So, you get the 5R, take 50%. You get the 10R, take 50% of your remaining. You get the 15R, take 50% of the remaining, and you're always just taking profits. But either way, you're always taking something off the table. The reason I'm doing this is I get a lot of members reaching out and they're like, I don't know where to take my trade to, or I have, my trade's gone 9R, I didn't pay myself and then I broke even. So I was like, okay, well, maybe if we give people a guideline, they'll have something to work with. And if you want to make that number every 4R, I'll pay myself, every 3R, I pay myself. That's totally within your own, however you want to manage. So for me, if it's priced not that well, I'll 5R hard TP. If it's late in the session, 5R hard TP. If it's Friday, 5R hard TP. Counter trend, 5R hard TP. Pro trend, pay myself every 5R. If it's Tokyo, 5R hard TP. So either way, whether I take partials or I hard TP, every 5R, I should be taking something off the table.
Like a rule-based way to just take your partials.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah,
and like,
that would be
let's
key.
say you catch a 5R, then you break even and lose one, then you catch another 5R. I'm like, well, that's like what's still 8, 9R on the day. That's good. That's a good day.
Lose a couple more trades, you will still your psychology won't be as messed up because you already have some profits secured.
Yeah, exactly. So like Friday, my first trade went 5R, and I was just like, it's Friday. I'm not trading anymore. And it wasn't that great of a New York session on Friday. And I sat there and I looked and I was like, okay, so I would have taken the next loss. I would have taken the next loss. Then I would have broke even. So it was only the fourth trade that would have gone for me. And after I covered my losses and break evens, I was like, I was further ahead to take my 5R and quit trading when I did. And that's something you have to look into. Everybody thinks taking 5-10 trades a day is where it's at, and it's not. It's locking in profits. So if I'm up 5R and I just took 2 or 3 losses, I'm probably not going to keep trading because I want to end the day a winner, even if it's a little bit.
Yeah. I think 3 trades per day is what I can tolerate, and that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I'm at 3 to 5, but if I lost the first 3 or 4, I'm probably not going to take the 5th.
Yeah. If I lose all 3, I'm just call it a day. That's how I'm going to look at it.
100%.
Yeah.
If you're on the wrong side 3 times, come back tomorrow. Like the market's going to be there.
Yeah. Yes.
By the way, Nathan, you're doing a really good job leading this. This is awesome.
Hey, Nathan, one question though. Go back to the 15 one real quick.
Mm-hmm.
What about that you see that wick above your POI? Wouldn't that be an extreme from that supply? Where they create 2 equal to the left. Go over to the left a little. Them 2, right there. Them 2 equals.
Mm-hmm,
Little bit low, right here. Would that be an extreme or no? The top wick, that triangle.
Yeah.
That triangle.
Extreme, yeah, for sure.
The wick right there.
Sure, yeah. The only thing about this, we see that we didn't close below the low, so we can only see how far this trade is going to go on the 1 minute. So hopefully it does break the low in the end. What we can say as well, I guess, is so this high failed to take out this low, right? But this low looks like it's now actually failed to take this high. But this actually,
they're both weak.
They're both weak. Back and forth battle.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So this low actually might get taken in the end. So let's see what happens. Yeah. So whether you're hitting 5R, you probably make it now. Let's see.
Yeah, so take something off the table for sure.
Definitely was a re-entry there too, Rob, like you were saying here. See what price is going to bring us.
Hey, Rob.
Yep. Yeah.
Does every re-entry give you like a chalk and lower time frame on 30 seconds?
Not necessarily a chalk. Just stop moving for a sec, Nathan. I just want to draw on your chart. Just give me just give me 1 sec. Sorry, buddy. So like right here, you had another 1 minute demand. I'm not gonna pull the whole wick because it's just ugly.
Yeah.
But let's just say it is the whole wick. So I would look at this as that's a horrible demand, but this is I would look at that as the reaction point. And then I want to know what took out that reaction point. So this would be like the next flip zone, right? It's not so much
that
a chalk,
doji can, yeah.
but this supply caused
flip.
that to fail.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So
So
here you
re-entry would be like flip zones, right?
yeah, so here
Yeah,
you
yeah, I
have
got you.
another one. And the only real POI you have is that. Depending if you took 25% of the whole thing, that may not tap you in. But then you have another demand here. And again, you had no reaction. So I just take these wicks and cover the high wick. But you could see you had multiple entries. You had another demand here, and then you had another re-entry here. I think that's what actually tapped you in. My drawing's just horrible. But I look at the next flip zones are good. Something to keep in mind. Let's say you put an order on here and the market just left. I'll put an order on the next flip zone. Don't sometimes the market does this and then goes. Just be ready to take a hit. Also, you know, like for myself, if I don't market execute, I'll have a limit on both. Most of the time you don't have to take a loss, but sometimes you do and it goes. And the odd day you take a loss on both and then you're just really mad. But that's kind of how I look at it. Lately, I haven't really done a lot of limits. I've been doing a lot of market executions. And if you just scroll over to the left a little bit, Nathan. So I actually, on the seconds here, I took a trade here because there was a chalk and flip and divergence. I took a loss here. And then when this swept the equals, I literally market executed that. And I literally got my 5R, and that's all I did for that day. But again, same concept, right? You still took liquidity. This was probably a poor entry on my part, but that was the loss. And then as soon as this took the equals, I was like, I'll try again. That's kind of how my brain works, but I still want to see something on the seconds. But that's where the divergence has been really nice, right? If there's a divergence, I'll start looking for a chalk. If there's a chalk, I'll take it. If it just swept equals, a lot of times I will just try something as risky as a market execution without a chalk. Or I'll go down to the 5 second, which is retarded sometimes, but it works.
Okay.
But whatever you do, just keep repeating it and make sure it works. So Nathan's got a system he sticks to. That's what he sticks to. And just create a system that you're comfortable with. And I know like a lot of people, well, nobody wants to feel the loss, but I just lost my entity. Hold on. So like even here, a lot of people wouldn't consider this demand. It is to me, because I can tell you 100% on the seconds, this is the last demand that gave us the high. But a lot of people would be like, okay, well, I want to see this go before I get involved. And like, you'll still get a 5R most of the times, right?
Yeah.
Like 5R is that sweet spot I found, as long as your stop's not too big and you're into that 8 to 12 pip range. Most of the time you can land a trade almost anywhere, as long as other stuff lines up. But yeah, the 5R is the sweet point for me. Well, yeah, I'll just shut up and let Nathan go on leading.
Oh, it's all right, Rob. We're well used to it by now, I think.
Yeah, I go off on tangents, man. Don't ask me questions.
All right, awesome. So what are we doing now? So what time is it? Always look at the time. So it's like 9 o'clock. So market's kind of dead at the moment until it goes into like Tokyo, isn't it? So ranging. Yeah. So in regards to the last trade, let's actually see where we ended it off if we had taken the 5R. So if we obviously got the 5R. So
yeah, we even got a 10R if you were just taking partials every 5R.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, there's money to be made, I guess, isn't there?
Absolutely.
Even here we can see, even if we trailed the stop below, I guess on
top of the 5R and locked it in, yeah.
Definitely. And if you had something running in there, maybe. Okay, awesome. Let's see what happens during Tokyo now. Let's see. You trade Tokyo, don't you, every so often?
Yeah, usually a couple days a week. If I have time, I'll try
Close
something.
below that.
Tokyo usually gives you 2 or 3 good trades a week. I find
Mm.
the big thing with Tokyo is I go for 1 pip stops and 5 pip runs. Tokyo, I find, and the other thing I noticed with Tokyo too is it's not what takes out the reaction point. It seems to come to the extreme a lot more during Tokyo. And I don't know, that's just my own findings. But my Tokyo rule is a 1 pip stop and a 5 pip run. And that's the easiest way to make money in Tokyo. You don't want to be holding a trade with a 2 pip stop in Tokyo. It's just too far to go.
Crazy.
But it does work.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Okay, so we've made a new 15-minute low. So it looks like we're continuing downwards. There's no sign of a reversal yet or any bullish intent. So we've made a new low. We have all this liquidity which has been swept at Frankfurt Open. This is all Tokyo's liquidity. So anyone that trades those, what are they, like morning, was it Asian sweep or something, isn't it? I guess maybe someone could find a trade in here. I think you have to kind of look at the 5-minute chart or something, right?
I think if you
no, I don't
look,
trade.
hold on. Did that, so this is your highest point. So I would want to see this low point break, which there's probably something in this wick on the lower time frame, which would have been an entry if you were up at that time.
Yeah.
Is that London right there?
Not quite yet.
Okay.
Yeah, just
So
Frankfurt.
this is Frankfurt up here.
Yeah. So yeah, you would have been up them times.
Mm-hmm. We're getting up now. So yeah, so we have 50-minute supply zone. We have a zone that broke structure. We didn't sweep any liquidity. We have a bunch of equal highs resting above. So that's something to look out for in case price comes back to the POI. Maybe wants to sweep it before going down. So just to have in mind, if we don't get any sort of inducement or any liquidity to sweep, I guess as well, these sort of, really strong bearish candles, we could find something inside them. So what I like to do is if I see a candle that's like, it's quite large and has a lot of momentum, I'll kind of go down to like the 13 or 14, 15 time frames to see if there's anything inside them. So already we got some
flip right there.
Yeah, exactly. Just flip from over here, isn't it? From like this zone over here. So I just noticed that I tend to get caught out if I'm always just looking at the 15. And ever since Rob said just to take a look at some of the other time frames too, so just flick through them, it saved my life in a lot of trades. And you can actually get a good trade off them sometimes too. So yeah,
100%. And sometimes it comes right through it, but it's usually a valid idea. Like if it pops up on 12, 13, 14, you can't ignore that POI.
Exactly. Yeah.
Whereas like stuff like 5 minute, I don't get too excited about. It's just not large enough of a time frame for myself.
I see a lot of people do trade the 5 minute.
They do, yeah. The 5 minute pairs together really well with the 1 hour. I don't know why, but I got a buddy that trades the 1 hour and the 5 minute, and he absolutely kills it. And that's the only 2 time frames he really uses.
I got a question. Hey, so yeah, that you pointed on that little flip right there. Say no, down below. What's that? Them 2 week sell to buy candle.
Yeah. Sell to.
Yeah. So if the 15-minute break through that, would it be safe to go on the 1 minute to look for a buy scenario to go up to your 15-minute flip, or up to that? If it breaks through that.
So I do that at times. Sometimes it works.
Because I was trying it.
Yeah, sometimes it screws you. Sometimes it works. Myself, depending where we are, and if I start seeing long wicks like that, I want to trade away from them. So yeah, I'll try it. It doesn't always work though.
Yeah,
it's just, but nothing does.
The idea is because we just put in a low, so we are expecting a retracement up, right? So that's why I'm saying if we break that, we could then look for like a buy scenario if it's in the right time and stuff,
Yeah. Okay. So let's take a look. See what price gives us now. So I guess it's at London Open now. So
yes.
Let's see what happens. Okay. So we
kind
of Credit grading. Yeah, we just took the low there again.
Yeah, that wasn't a very beautiful London session, was it? Which never happens because you guys always get good sessions.
All right, so let's see what actually happens here. Do we get a 15-minute chalk? We do. So we get a 15-minute chalk in this zone here. So we are tapped into a 4-hour zone.
Yeah.
It could be a sign of a reversal. I love to see the 15-minute chalks inside either like 4-hour.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
What's the 10-minute look like, Nathan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Awesome. So yeah, I'll mark out this 15-minute chalk. See if we can get something off. Maybe we can get a reversal into one of the supplies as well.
Yeah.
Because we're not confirmed anything. We haven't broken any swing points either. So to want to go to buy is still really, really dodgy right now. But maybe we can find something here. So I would take this as my demand. Seems pretty handy. Sometimes I do dig deeper. Just go down to the 14 if I need to find a zone, or if I find it, hard to find something that looks clean. So straight away, let's see what happens. Let's see if we can get a trade off this. So boom, tapped in. Let's take a look. So okay, so we've swept the lows. Okay, and we swept the highs. That was quite a quick one. Awesome. Yeah. Okay. I'll just draw these two lines up here. Boom, boom. Awesome. So we could say we have maybe some sort of reaction in here too. So we came down, swept the lows. We have a bit of a wick here. I think it is a reaction. Looks like it. And then we have the momentum too. So I think for me, I'd definitely place an order on this. What do you think?
Yeah.
I do it. I like the momentum.
Let's see. Maybe we have anything to target. Maybe some sort of equal highs. Not really. Okay. Let's see what happens.
How big is the candle? About 2 pip.
Oh yeah, let's take a look. Let's see. Well, on the right there, yeah, nearly 2 pips, not even.
Okay.
This actually could be really nice, even to.
What?
You don't even need to take 25%, eh? 1.5 stop loss. What do you think? Should we take 25% or go for the full?
Take
Totally up to
25.
you guys.
Take 25. Take
35, exactly. All right, let's see what happens from here anyway. Let's see if we actually get a nice tag in. That's a very small stop loss. For me, I usually go 2 pips. Yeah, 2.5
Yeah,
pips.
two's
max.
good. Two's a good spot. 2.5, I'll do it, but I cringe about
Inducement. You think?
Now,
No.
this is the thing. It could be actually, this could be liquidity for that. So I think I would keep an order here, but at the same time, what I'm seeing here is swept the lows, swept the highs, momentum. Yeah, that's it, momentum. Yeah. Also, maybe we actually responded of maybe something like these are always telling us something to the left now. Maybe we're getting a response in here, but this low failed to take out this low as well. So for me, that's a flip for sure. So I'm going to be taking this.
We can try that one.
Yeah, for sure. So I definitely be taking that. Let's see, what are we looking at here?
Yeah, that ain't bad.
That ain't bad. 2.5. Yeah. So let's see if we can get something out of it. Target the highs. Maybe target this here supply zone. Maybe it's about 5 or, isn't it? Yeah. All right. Let's give it a go. Come on. Let's see. Boom. Lovely. All right.
Oh wow.
Very nice. Let's hope that we don't go lower though.
We still got a position on lower though, so let's see what happens.
Yeah, usually after FOMC you get a lot of consolidation. It's kind of a shoddy week, and then I think the prior 2 days, I forget what Euro did. I think it did double its ADR, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, so we still have liquidity here now. That there is still unmitigated too. I actually took a trade off this one. If I can remember, I think it was kind of risky. I left the order on and I went to the gym And when I was on the way home from the gym, when I was driving, I got tagged into this order, and it was actually pure luck. I know I probably shouldn't have done it, but what I liked about it was I remember something here. This was a trade. I didn't take this one, but it was this lower one. I know earlier on, you'll see now. I remember something here. There was a bunch of liquidity formed during that whole time I was training, and I just got that beep on the phone. And
Stop. Go to the 15 for a sec.
Yeah, for sure.
I think this is, yeah, I took a loan in here. I remember this. So
From
this,
here,
yeah. So, swept the lows, swept the highs. Yeah. And then I literally got like a 5R out of it, and it reversed. It literally dumped.
That sell to buy. Should that
And
sell to put a box around that sell to buy? Let's see if we get that. That one right
this
there.
one here?
Yeah.
This? Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If we get something in that too.
I think it'll actually go straight through it.
Straight through it.
I think so, yeah, because my order just it actually got.
Oh,
tagged.
your order was the
Yeah,
same
man.
one that we were waiting for the inducement below.
Yeah,
I
Okay.
think that was the one. So I think I must have used this as the 15 sweep, because this is what I took.
let me see on the 15 again.
Yeah, go
I
back.
think I know
Hold
what
on.
you're talking about.
Yeah, it is right there. So I used this little guy. Go to the 14, 13, 12, 11. There was something there somewhere.
Probably the 12, yeah. Let's see.
Mm.
No.
What's something somewhere? What do you got there? 10. Maybe I used the 10.
Oh, he sure wasn't 15. No, was taken. Maybe you used this high. Would it be?
I think I did. It was definitely a sketchy operation. It wasn't one I was proud of.
Here, left.
was-
You took this on the 13, swept this low.
Yeah, 100%. That's what it is. I use that. I definitely not my proudest moment, but
But you got a 5 or so. It's
yeah.
all right.
Well, I sat there after, and I was just like, "Oh, I would have probably." Well, I'll show you as it goes on too, because I was looking at what else I'd take, and I think the next two trades I lost and broke even on, and then I think I got one or two more to go. So I was like, okay, so I'd have to take 4 trades, and I think I would have ended up with less than the 5R I started with. But yeah, that must have been it.
Yeah. Rob, are you monitoring the chat there? Because I actually haven't looked.
Yeah, I was keeping up with it. I think there's a few questions here. Let's see.
Mark Rob's chalk and trade if possible. Yeah, for sure.
Can we trade enter breaker blocks on lower time frame? I don't use breaker blocks on anything below 15 minutes.
We believe you used this high, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. And then there should be
The wick as the extreme.
there was a chalk there.
The wick as the extreme and see.
Okay.
I think my chart looked different than yours because I use Oanda because I'm looking at it. I was like, I think it looked a little better than yours.
You probably took this, no? This
Oh,
top dip.
that.
So, right. Boom.
Yeah.
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 Sure.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this theory here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure on Oanda it looked better. But like for me, Oanda's closer to my broker than FXCM is.
That reaction point is clean too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Super clean.
That's what I love to see. That's a real.
You got your little inducement here.
Yeah.
It's a good deal all around. I think that is what I use for chalk. Like I said, I'm pretty sure Oanda was a bit cleaner. We'll just roll with that.
Okay, so let's see, what time is it now? So I know news came in at 1:30. Let's see, so I'll go back to the 15, so I will, just to make it a bit cleaner. Okay, there you go. There's this big drop. So the drop came in now. So this was right before the news. So I left this order on simply because of all this liquidity that was building up on top of this unmitigated 1 minute POI that chalked and flipped. So I just said, you know what? It's because I'm just going to leave it on. And if I take a loss, you know, Yeah.
Well, I was looking at this on the seconds, and I think it was I took a loss here. I think this was a break even, and then I think in here on the second was the one I would get to go my 5R. So, like I said, I did the math, and I was like I said, further ahead quitting.
Yeah. Well, no, if you got it from up here, did you? On the 5
Yeah,
second?
on the seconds, I think. Well, like I said, I sat there. I was like, what else would have I taken today? And I think I found something here on the seconds, and here, and here, and it was the third one that went.
Well,
And then I think there was one more buy later in the session that I would have taken myself. Because I think by that point we were bullish on unconfirmed, might even been confirmed. I forget now, but we'll get there.
that actually might have been a decent trade though, because look, you had all that liquidity.
Yeah,
Swept
100%.
straight through it. Tapped into something down here as well. So, yeah. Okay, so there's probably no point to me marking up this trade anyway, but it did tag in. Tagged in, started to go up a little bit. This is when I actually seen that I was in the trade, so I just brought it straight to break even. And I was just hoping, look, if it goes, it goes. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Oh, were you talking about the very bottom order that you still have?
Yeah, that never hit stop loss. Did it hit stop or no?
I'll mark it. No, it didn't hit my stop. No,
Okay.
I'll show you now.
So I
How much stop you had?
I go 0.3 below, and it's usually 0.3 seems to be a good number for myself.
0.3.
Yeah.
0.3 below, right? I actually take that into account now.
Yeah.
Imagine that's like a tiny. That's a tiny stop.
If the stop's like small enough, then I'll even go as far as I'll just take the full 2 pips. Like if it's like 1.8 pips or whatever, I'll just go to 2 pips.
Yeah, that's why I say I think 2 pips is my level of comfort.
Yeah, for sure. Me too. Even to 5, I've started to put it up a little bit because I'm just like a bit too greedy sometimes. It's like, you know what? Just take an extra half a pip. What's the big deal? Like, So
to be honest, man, I used to say 4 pip was too small until Rob said in one of the videos. One point. I was like, what? He said 2 pips was too big for a trade on Euro. I was
Euro,
like, what?
wasn't it?
And
Yeah,
I'm using 4 pips.
Yeah, he's like, that's a little bit large.
Yeah, I know 4 pips would give me a heart attack on Euro. I couldn't do it.
I was like, man.
Like for me, if this POI was 4 pips, I would just do like put a order in the middle and maybe go 0.3 below and take like a 2.3 pip. I would rather get missed on the trade than take a 4 pip stop. That's just the way I am.
Crazy. When you think about it. Oh, that's a good one. All right. So basically, so news came in. I was break even. Best thing to do, I guess, when news comes in, especially this sort of heavy news, slippage,
put your whole account on it, one trade.
Exactly. So I got lucky that this actually just went up. So if I had went the other way, that would have been some sort of slippage.
Oh, you would have been a very unhappy man. That's the one downside to Fusion. Their slippage is atrocious. Like their commissions are pretty cheap for zero spread, and like they're an all-around wicked broker, but their slippage, like I've had news come through, and my 2 pip stop turned into like 4.5 pips.
Oh no.
yeah, it hurts. You cry.
Crazy. So I just partialed that up here at the next supply, and that was me done. It did continue for more, but just seeing this sort of momentum is a little bit,
too volatile. Closed it off? You closed it off?
I did. No, I took 90. I always take 90. So
okay.
Exactly. Always take 90 for me. Even the 5, if I hit the 5 or I'll start trailing, but I'll trail 90.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah, I just found that starting to work for me because price action's a little bit all over the place. I found recently, and I took a lot of losses last week. And I find the 5 TP is like it's perfect.
I think you had another trade off this breaker block here on the 15. When it comes back down, there's a chalk and it goes 5R. Because I did go review all that, and there was one more good buy, and I believe there was even one more sell. I forget now.
Let me see.
Yeah, there was a sell after, wasn't there, Nathan?
I think so. Okay.
You got the breaker over there with imbalancing.
Yeah, so to me,
What do you
I
think
think
of imbalance, Rob?
I don't personally use it because it's everywhere in the market, but
Yeah.
You're
it's
not a
like
big fan of
see
it.
like so to me it's like imbalance implies momentum, and if there was momentum there, then it's a good POI. But to sit there and be like, oh, this is imbalance and this is imbalance, you'll sit there for 2 hours. If there's momentum and a candle got engulfed or it's a flip zone, it's going to be a POI regardless. I don't know. I just try to keep it simple.
Yeah, but to me, if I'm using a breaker, I gotta see like the drive through it though. Too.
It might have even been this wick here that's the breaker. I forget. Like I did go break this down after. Let's see what it does.
It wasn't this 14-minute zone now.
Probably
See,
is. Let's try it.
was there a 14-minute zone there?
Yeah, yeah, it was. There was one. The
Still to buy,
Oh
flip.
to
yeah,
buy.
maybe
you
it
took off.
was. Maybe it
Try it.
was. I think
Let's
I
try it.
used. I think it's this wick I used. Oh
Oh,
yeah.
Have some liquidity as well, kind of resting above it as well. So
let's see.
see what happens. Is there? Oh,
So this is
Yeah,
also your 15 chalk here too on the flip side of things, right?
Let's take a look here in the open.
Yeah. So that wick getting taken is your 15 chalk right here because it put in a high and then it took the lows here.
Yeah.
Again, it's not the cleanest chalk, but I consider that a chalk.
Yeah,
Might
it
even be cleaner on something else.
Yeah, maybe on it. There you go, 11.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that looks a little better. There you go.
So you have something in this wick. Awesome.
And this
That's-
wick right here, like I'd short off that all day long.
That big
Sorry.
wick.
This
Was that
one,
the
it's
11
11.
minute? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see that, you short off that.
Okay.
And
I
then
guess
on
I
the
should-
flip side of things, you see this, you buy off that. And then in theory, one of them should go.
Okay.
That's
Mhm.
sometimes theory doesn't work out though.
But
Awesome.
theory was meant to be test though.
Yeah, well, that's where your risk management saves
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
right?
That's it. So let's
That's
just mark
your-
up your zone as well.
So that's your chalk right there, right? There's
Yeah.
your entry. So you would be in that. And I
You got
believe
another
this
one?
this was another one that went 5R. And then on the flip side of things, I think you got a short out of there somewhere.
Are you saying that this is a chalk because it's a chalk on the seconds?
Yeah, so this right here is a supply. You see these little wicks here? That's 100%. It's cleaner on the seconds, but even on the 1 minute, like I would consider that a chalk. That's a supply to me.
Can we get a trade off the 1 minute from here?
I don't know.
Maybe? Is it still
Let's do it. That's a
Or the wick?
yeah.
make the wick exactly?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would be
I would
that
say-
would be the next flip zone too.
Do you
Absolutely,
reckon
try
should
it
we
out.
take the doji or just?
I would take the doji. I would just
Me
take the
too, yeah.
doji. Or remember when Rob said that if you got the two zones, you got the sell to buy zone and you got the doji aligning one on top of each other, he said it normally comes back to the extreme. So I would take I would take the doji.
Okay.
I like it. I like it, guys. Let's do it.
Oh, perfect.
Well,
We had us
is-
lined it up.
did we stay in that?
Wow,
Ooh,
that's actually
three-
big stop loss.
That's-
That
That's
is
big.
that is giant
Try
after the
50%.
news.
Try 50%.
Well, this is probably where even if
Yeah,
you
we
did
got-
take this hit,
even that- Yeah, you got hit right there, big time.
all right, that's fine. We took a
You got
loss
hit.
there.
Yeah, we got hit right there, big time.
You wouldn't have if you took my
Exactly.
Yeah.
Out there. The
yeah.
extreme.
But
extreme,
it came back to the extreme too. You got that long week that
Yeah. Even like
Oh, wow.
this, even that little guy, like that, I would even consider that as a supply on the 1 minute.
yeah.
Mhm. All right, let's see where price brings us. So back.
So you have
onto the
another
50
supply here too, right?
Oh, whoops, sorry, back on the 1 minute. Is that what
Yeah,
you're saying?
yes. So we took a hit here. You have another supply here. If you want it to be a stubborn old prick, you could try the next flip
Try
zone
the
too.
next flip. Yeah. All right.
Awesome. Okay, let's line it up. Okay.
That's really
I guess we-
disappointing because when I looked at that, I was like, oh, that's for sure a win. I blame your
no.
FXDM chart. I bet Yolanda kept me in.
What's going on with these candles? They're massive, aren't they?
Yeah. Usually,
Put body.
after news, there's
Do
a
body.
lot of big candles.
Do body open, Nathan. Do body open instead of the wick.
Where sorry, say
Put
that
it at
again.
the open of the body.
Open up the body.
The
and-
Fibonacci. Top one, the top one, not the bottom.
Like
one,
right
top one.
here.
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
That's-
Bring down your Fibonacci. Bring down the Fibonacci to the body. Yeah.
Are
then
we
put
doing
at
it with the equilibrium or from it?
25. Put the
25.
25 one. We going with the, we just took
Good.
a hit, man. We gotta be cautious.
This is cautious. This is cautious. Okay.
Well, guys,
so
2.5. 2.5. That's
2.5,
max.
yeah.
Like, come on.
We have a 0.01 spread.
Yeah. Ooh,
Okay.
that would make a guy nervous.
Which-
Trading
Very
away.
good.
Let's go. Yeah.
It's going. It's going.
Was there a 5R there? Please tell me there was a 5. Oh,
for
look
sure.
at that. Look at that.
Easy. Yeah.
I'm
Awesome.
telling you, man, sweet spot.
Here we go.
And then that's where you take a profit and leave a runner to run the high.
Runner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Maybe I should take a little look at the 15 as well, just so we don't
Yes.
leave it on its own.
Well, we did have that chalk out of
Yeah, that you said the 11.
was it the 11? Yeah,
Mhm.
it's a kind of an ugly supply zone.
Oh,
Mhm.
so we could see if we got some out of that too.
Yeah,
See, like,
but
I'm
it's
so used to
Yeah.
trading New York. It's just like London. It's like you guys get your leg with your 19 entry opportunities. New York, you're like, okay, try a buy here, try a sell here, try a buy here, sell here, and hope one or two goes. Oh, I get jealous at London sometimes. I'm like, man, you guys got it really, really you got it really good some days.
So Rob, say for instance you made the sacrifice and trade London. If you got
Yeah.
3 wins in London, you're done for the day.
Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't even,
Okay.
I wouldn't come back to New York. Why would you?
Yeah.
Because just like when you take too many losses, when you take too many wins, you do stupid shit. And
Yeah.
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 It's
I can see. Remember, I was saying before, when you get those big candles, there could be a breaker block and maybe something inside it. Well, we've
oh, for
reacted
sure.
there.
For sure. I'm sure if you scrolled over 2 years to the left.
There we go.
Oh, there you go. Look at that.
Yeah. So,
Oh wow.
it always reacts of something. These friggin' wicks,
So basically we gotta go scroll through like at least everything, like from 15 down to the 10 to see if we
Down to
can
10,
find
yeah.
more. Yeah, find most of them points. Okay, I got you.
Awesome.
I'll put that
Okay,
to my
so
to-do list then,
awesome.
for sure.
Okay. All right. So I guess we tapped into that. Maybe there actually was a trade perfectly off
Yeah.
this when
You
it
got
Off
that.
of the extreme.
Yeah.
Well, if you are going to put a risk entry on something, it should be the extreme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wouldn't that be a flip on the a chalk on the seconds? Like the,
Here,
that right,
I believe.
right there right there by the wick over there.
Over here?
Yeah, and you'll be waiting for it to come
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, it would be
Yeah,
because
wait.
this was your higher time frame chalk here.
Chalk. Yeah.
But I forget if there was something on the seconds. There might have been something on the 15 seconds in here where you would have market executed.
Yep.
On Friday, like what is that, 1500? So that's 7 in the morning for me. Yeah, that's I'll go to 8 o'clock on Friday. So 1600. I don't really like to be in the market past
So
1600 most
it never
times.
came back up there, Nathan.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit big too. Was it 96?
it was
Yeah, it was a big,
that was a
big
big
zone.
zone.
Never tapped it though. I would have came down here. That's crazy though, isn't it? Yeah, so maybe it's just risk entry just on this.
Yeah,
Man, it's funny. You go back and you study the market after. You're like, oh, that was so easy. Why didn't I just put a trade there? It's always so easy after.
reminiscing on what you didn't do.
Yeah, well, like I said, when I went and dissected this on the seconds, I think the next 4 or 5 trades, it was a break even, 2 losses and 2 went. So, because I always, anytime every day I go back, I'm like, what did I miss? What other trade could have I taken? And some days I'm just like, oh, you made the right call quitting. And other days I'm like, oh man, you missed like 20 R. But you can't catch every pip.
Yeah. Okay, so we had another break of structure to the upside. So this high was broken over here. So I'm guessing we have something.
You also have that momentum too, hey? Like you see that engulfing candle, like that for me would be another that momentum, the 11-minute wick. I would absolutely try to short something somewhere.
Yeah, so we have the zone marked up here. Just where momentum kind of kicked in. What do you guys think of a short from here?
Not.
It is quite up in the extreme. We have a reaction also around here. Also something in here could be the sell to buy wicks. The body. Okay, we'll try.
It's funny because like I like shorting stuff when I backtest, but in the live market, I'm very buy biased. So I always think everything's going to the moon, even though that's not the case.
Yeah, I've been looking for the reversals all week, so it's great.
Well, yeah, you're just like, oh, it's gonna reverse here, and then like 4 days later, there's your reversal. You're like, oh, yeah. You get a lot of those make beliefs where you're just like, well, it should reverse, it should come back, it should go off here. I'm like, no, it doesn't have to do anything actually.
Exactly. I don't think this one's coming back to our extreme anyway up here.
Oh, hey Nathan, go back on the 15. Yeah. Can I see like what structure leg we still trading between now?
Yeah, so we are.
You still didn't candle body close below that, did you? You're still holding.
Oh, so we in that leg unconfirmed bullish?
Unconfirmed bullish, yeah. So chalk down here, another chalk over here. And then we have this demand zone. So I guess this could all be used as inducement as well for
the real one zone that you marked up like 5 days ago.
Okay, yeah, so let's see what happens. So
I'm all for you guys doing way more of these. This is way more fun. Just sit back and watch.
We got that.
Okay, so straight in we got chalks straight away. Let's see. So we get it. Lows have been swept, right?
Yes.
Let's say in the highs been swept. Oh yeah. Hold on a sec. Up here. Cool. Right. So lows, highs. We have this doji. It's an extreme. We could place an order on it. We don't really have any interaction. Let's take a look here. We have a bit of an interaction here from the supply. So we've come down. So we got some sell to buy wicks.
What about that little point up on top of your doji?
This one
the reaction point from the supply. That sell to buy right there. It's like a mini one.
This mini. Wow, that's really mini.
That's really mini, bro.
Very mini. Okay.
What you say? We can try that one too.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking at this here supply.
Oh, the bigger one.
Maybe something here. Yeah, but the reaction. Yeah, I'm kind of looking at this because it's got a reaction here. One reaction. Right, two, but we have sell to buy wicks.
That took it out right there.
This candle here kind of engulfs those. It's kind of, I don't know, something about these. I don't know. I think.
Why you don't?
Let's try it.
You're not a fan of those?
Yeah, that's.
It's funny. You actually said in one of the videos that we need to learn to trust the sell to buy wicks on the 1 minute. I still
and then as soon as he said that, it came and wicked it and left.
That's it.
Well, if you think about it, though, this would be kind of your last reaction point. There's your little wick. This candle took out the reaction point. Like, I don't love it, but it's, something.
something. Yeah.
How much
Okay.
is that stop loss?
So I've put 2.2.
Okay.
I think it's enough. What do you think? You think it's okay?
Yeah, I think it's
we'll do extra.
give it, a little extra. little extra.
Awesome. All right, let's mark out the 5R. Let's see how far we
5 bar,
can
yes,
go.
sir. If that one
Okay.
fail, we take the one below.
Awesome. Okay.
I like the aggressiveness. If that one fails, we just get right back in. I love it. I'm the same way, man. It's because like if something gets run and I look at it, it'll be called that just ran the equals. Let's get back in.
You see with me, Rob. Where I test it and I see you. If you make at least 5R, if you lose one trade, say you lose 1R, you still up 4. Why you gonna be mad at it?
Well, that's just that. That's just
Yeah,
that.
why you gonna be mad at it? You still, even if you lose like 4 more times, you still up 1. You still up 1. You still got 1. Be grateful for that 1. Then you go win. You might win 5 more. You up 6. You know. You don't need to be mad at it, man. That's why I said the risk management is very key, man. Because once you got that, you know, if you lose, you're always gonna be a winner once you profitable. So you don't need to be mad at it. Now, if you go on a 10 losing streak now, then you got to go back to the drawing board.
Well, it's just that there's got to be a limit.
Yeah,
we need to short this somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Let's take a look. So, right, so we've taken a trade from up here. We're still in the leg. All right.
Definitely makes you a bit nervous with the momentum, but I'm like, those 2 wicks can't be ignored, man.
Yeah, for sure. Are you looking at a short from this 11-minute supply, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's give it a go then. I just want to see what do we have.
We still have that order on that 1 minute, the tip of the wick, don't we?
Yeah, we should take that off in case we get tagged in, right?
It's not like I wait for something.
Okay. We've actually tagged into this one.
We tagged into too late.
Are we in that? All right.
We already in it. Too late.
Well, 0.3 above. Hope for the best.
Yeah. Let's go.
I might take. Do you want to take this or this? I believe this one.
Let's say we're in that. Let's leave that and let's go 0.3 above.
Yeah, take that one and put that entry. Yeah, take that one. Put that entry on it, a sell on it, and go 0.3 above.
Okay, 0.3 above. So about that much, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Is that okay? Awesome.
Yes, sir. Yes.
All right.
Are we in that? We're in that. All right.
Yeah, we're in it.
We're in.
2.3. That's that's reasonable.
God, I've never taken this many trades ever in a day.
Well, I would hope not.
Trading.
Ooh.
Oh God.
Still rocking. Are we in that?
Oh,
we still in that?
Yeah, we still in that.
Oh. Okay, whoa. Easy.
Oh, sorry. Re-entry. I forgot.
Right here. This as soon as that went, market execute that.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
It's gonna be so nice to use it to look at the seconds now, man.
Yeah, market execute that, and we probably wouldn't be in the market at this point, but we just took a loss too.
Yeah.
So we didn't do that bad overall, though.
We did like 15 hours and one loss.
I think we had 2.
2.
Well, because we lost this one. I think we lost
that one
somewhere
down below right there. That first one. This first one right here. Yeah, we lost that.
Oh yeah,
we won that. Yeah, we won that. Yeah, so we up.
Oh, I'd say
we are. We're up. Look at these 2 are also good.
Yeah.
2 losses. We take a little vacation break and call it a little week.
Did our last short give us a 5R? I think it does, doesn't it? That right there is just pure rudeness, man. That wick.
Was it the
Well,
FX?
Blame it on his FXCM chart. That's
Absolutely. Like, as soon as this gets run, no, I'd be back in that thing so quick.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
We'll just say that, just play it forward. I'm pretty sure this next one goes. If I remember right, it does go down. Not that we would be in the market. I know we wouldn't.
Try that. Put one on that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm saying like as soon as this wick broke through, just sell that. You're in that.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
market executes.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Okay.
You just took equals, man. It should be good to go. It doesn't always work out, but
Yeah, this is
get your
gone.
Oh yeah, that's 5R. No, with
Yeah.
the two pip stop. I wouldn't even cover the highs.
Yeah, let's see. It's what is that, like 1.5?
Oh yeah. Definitely don't recommend doing this on a Friday at that hour, but I'm bound and determined to see shorts when I see wicks like that.
Guys, don't try this at home.
Yeah, do as I teach, not as I do. That's definitely a 5R. Not even a question about it.
For sure. Okay, I think market closed. Where are we here?
Awesome. So I think so Nathan did this one. I think next Sunday we have Alan doing it, which was the guy that came with to me with the idea originally. And then what we'll try to do is we'll just always have two guys ready to go every Sunday in case one doesn't show up. And I think it's a good way to do this moving forward, just so members can interact and ask questions. And it's kind of interesting to see how other people look at the market too, because it's different from my own view, and that's where your psychology kicks in, and you're always learning something, right?
For sure.
Yeah, awesome session. Thank you, Nathan.
Yeah, I didn't read any of the chat, but hopefully everyone.
I answered some of it. I think most of it was just people being